Welcome Pisces to your monthly horoscope for September for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. You can also join me on Twitter, where you'd be very welcome at Horoscope Ace, or Elisa and I for our daily astrology and tarot video show. Please see the link below. It's proving great fun. You can grab your free daily horoscope every single day, written. Plus I give the dominant astrological feature of each day, and Elisa gives a more spiritual dimension. So welcome. The Sun and Mercury, the planet of communication, are in your opposite sign as this month begins, suggesting that September is going to have a lot of energy around relationships for you. But you know, halfway through last month, to be precise the 19th, there was a new moon, which saw the Sun in the previous sign of Leo amplified by the energy of the moon, but also they link together to Mars in your sector of everyday resources. And that energy is going to be flooding into the first half of this month. So if you are feeling very productive and motivated, it wouldn't be a surprise, but it's probably your interactions with others that are going to influence the amount of success or otherwise you have. Now, the seventh house, where the Sun and Mercury are, is known in astrology as the sector of open enemies. That means the people that we kind of need to work with that we maybe don't like very much. It could be our competitors. It may be people that we have to just be conscious of in some ways. But it can also be where we can build up collaboration, cooperation, and of course it can also be about the romantic dimension too. But the full moon, which occurs on your sign on the 2nd, is influenced strongly by the rather exciting influence of Uranus. So I would say it's going to be very important in the first 2 weeks of this month to be very open-minded about the type of person that you could work together with in some way or another. But the Uranus energy can also give you the desire to free yourself from something that isn't working very well. And I think if a relationship has really been bumping along the bottom, I think one of the areas that can make you think about whether you should keep going, keep trying to resolve the issues or not, is whether you feel it is for the long term. And another area that can make you think very carefully is whether there is a kind of unity around your values. If values and a sense of the longer term feature in your thinking around a relationship, then I'd keep working at it. But if those two areas are not meshing together quite so well, this particular full moon could make you think very carefully about moving out of a situation which doesn't really seem to be doing anything other than absorbing your energy and creating a lot of frustration. And I think this is all going to be flagged up particularly by the fact that Mars, the planet of passion, which is in a very sensual part of your scope, is clashing with Saturn, the planet of restriction, in the part of your horoscope that's to do with those higher values and also your longer term future. However, on the 5th of this month, Mercury, the planet of communication, moves into an area for 3 weeks, which is going to see you thinking very carefully, not just about what people say, but what they really mean. So you have an opportunity to decipher the code. Sometimes people talk in riddles because they're fearful of just saying it how it is. But I think you'll be able to unpick this very skillfully with Mercury's help. Also, Venus moves on the 6th into the sign of Leo. When it comes to your professional relationships, a bit of give and take can work wonders, you know. Try charming someone that's proven to be a bit difficult. You may be surprised at how well it will work. Even if the core of you kind of rejects that idea, just the odd note of warmth could actually oil the works a little bit in terms of this stuck arrangement, if there is one, with an awkward colleague. And also, Venus in this part of your situation suggests that if you are single, you could get to know someone through your work. So that's something to be mindful of. It is true on the 9th that Mars goes into a retrograde. So I think when it comes to a desire to spend money or make money, extra patience is going to be needed through to the middle of November. And obviously with the square with Saturn all of this month, that's also going to be a factor as well. I don't feel that it's a good time to just be too free and easy with your resources, to be honest. But on the 10th, we have a quarter moon in your fellow mutable sign of Gemini. And like you, this gives you a degree of flexibility. So this moon is quite a logical moon, but it's squaring with the sun in your opposite sign of Virgo. So what does this mean? I think it means that somebody close to you may have a view on your personal situation or on your relationship, or it could be somebody that you're involved with, even a family member who's just a bit out of sorts, and you may find yourself in a supporting or encouraging role in the following week. Gloriously, on the 13th, Jupiter, the planet of growth, of optimism, of knowledge, of generosity of spirit, which has been tortuously rewinding, retrograding for 4 long months, that comes to an end mid-month. And I think if you have felt a bit dispirited about what the future holds, this is going to inject a greater sense of excitement and possibility. From the 18th through to the 23rd, it is true that Mercury, in that very penetrative part of your scope, is linking in a very acute way with Pluto. Mind games is something that I think all of us can do without, but you may encounter someone who wants to play them. Or is someone withholding some information that really they should share with you? Or are you unsure about a situation because you can't get clarity on where you're heading? It could be around a funding matter, to be honest. But if there is a bit of an impasse or a bit of politics floating around, try and just count to 10 and then 20, because it could be that it's better just to let someone's intransigence kind of be and just work your way around it, which you have a real talent for. Now, on the 17th, there is a tremendous link between Saturn and the new moon. So someone you can collaborate with, you do feel a sense of simpatico with, and the Sun is broadly forging a very positive link in week 2 with Jupiter and week 3 with Saturn and Pluto. Well, that's a relationship that really has got some legs, it's got some prospects, but it's got to feel solid for you. I feel you're looking for that sense that it can possess your future in some way. But that's a really terrific new moon for the right kind of relationships in your life. Now, on the 22nd, we have the halfway point in the Western tropical astrological year, and the Sun reaches the sign of Libra, and we have the autumn equinox. For you, this can be an opportunity to just stop and pause and think, well, yeah, how far have I come in the year? And are there some things that I need to reflect upon? And you may find yourself feeling a bit more reflective or even deeply reflective in the following 4 weeks. Anything to do with the psychology of life, your situation, which therefore can mean ends, beginnings, rebirths, viewing things at a much deeper transformational level, are going to be really intriguing to you. At a more practical level, you may be thinking about a business matter, your longer term finances, or even stuff like pensions, investments, shares, because it's likely that those are still going to be under pressure because of the fallout from COVID. So you could be doing some juggling at this time. The 24th sees a quarter moon between the Sun and also the Moon in Capricorn. So once more, your idealism is being tested by perhaps the deeper realities of life, But on the 27th, gloriously, Mercury moves into your sister water sign of Scorpio, which is about travel for you. It's maybe travelling from the comfort of your home in terms of your imagination if COVID prevents a physical expedition. But it's certainly possible to grapple with new ideas, courses, whether they're distance learning courses, correspondence courses as they used to be known many years ago. These kind of things can really grip you, or you could have a connection with someone from a distance or from a completely different cultural background that really excites you. And as the month finally comes to an end, Saturn also ends its retrograde on the 29th, which has been a tough time. You know, with COVID going on, and now we've got this square with Mars also, this cardinal standoff that's going on all month. So we're not out of the astral woods yet, but I think it is a positive change along with Jupiter starting to go forwards too. And there's so much opportunity for you to make progress if you choose your associations with care, and they're associations that give you back, not necessarily in a like-for-like way because we're all different, but you feel that someone's really invested in you with the same sincerity you're invested in them. If you have that, then really work through any blips. But if it's someone that you just cannot seem to agree about around things like core values, money, or what the future's going to hold, I think Uranus's influence this month is really pointing towards you, pressing the door marked exit. But don't feel sorrowful about this if you're not getting your needs met, because you're a very absorbing sign. You pick up energy a lot, and sometimes you don't articulate exactly what you're feeling, and that can be very reducing for your sense of self. So do keep your boundaries firm as you make these decisions. If you would like to ascend above zodiac sign astrology and embrace my personal horoscope reports, and also get a year's forecast and a character analysis for 30% off, please see the link beneath this video, or you can check out my testimonials if you'd like to consider a one-to-one personal consultation. But for now, take care, stay safe, good luck, and goodbye.